There were basically four major motivations behind the agreement. The first one was to have a way of orderly migration of Syrians towards Europe, because the agreement actually entailed that for every Syrian that Turkey received from the islands, one Syrian from Turkey would be resettled to a European country. So that was a major idea behind the agreement. The second idea was to actually have a deterrence effect on the crossings. And the third idea was to provide funds for host countries like Turkey to actually promote integration programs for the Syrians in the country. So I have actually critiques of all these different aspects of the agreement. Although many of the European policymakers argue that the statement was very successful in stopping the mobility of people towards the Eastern Mediterranean to Europe, well, we can say that the numbers were already decreasing. The aim was to stop the people dying along the route, but we already know from research conducted the rate of people dying along the route has actually increased. Turkey is hosting, according to the official numbers, there are 3.7 million Syrians who are under a temporary protection regime in the country. And the total number of the resettlement has not actually exceeded, on this one-to-one deal, has not exceeded 20,000 people. We are entering the 9th year of this, since the first entry of the Syrians into the country. It's been almost 9 years now. And we know that these need-based approaches are not working because it is not sustainable. Migration or Syrians have become an issue only in the latest municipal elections. Before that, all these people were our guests. We need to be hospitable towards them because they were going to leave soon. But as time passed, as the duration of their stay has actually increased, the patience of people have decreased in Turkey. What the Turkish government is trying to promote as a solution to the so-called Syrian problem is creating a safe zone on the southern border of Turkey, northern border of Syria. They would like to have the support of Europe in actually maintaining this safe zone. My name is Deniz Sert. I'm a Jean Monnet Chair on Migration and Mobility in Europe since September 2019, this year. With the funds that I'm receiving from the Jean Monnet Scholarship, I'm going to focus on the migration and mobility area, the space between Europe and Turkey mostly, because the underlying belief underneath this research is that there is too much focus on the Syrian issue, or the refugee crisis as the Europeans like to call it, but actually there is much more in this mobility between Europe and Turkey.